It's prison meal time, and today I'm making a tuna brick. Let's get into it. Ingredients: cheese puffs, mandatory if you're trying to make one of these tuna bricks right now. Saltine crackers, another necessary part of the base that's gonna go into this thing. Don't play with me, you already know we gotta have the ramen noodles in the mix, and I went with beef. For the protein, we're going tuna packs, and I got the lemon pepper ones just because they didn't have these when I was locked up, but they had them out here. Squeezed cheese packet. Don't get it out the jar, and it needs to come out the bag. You understand me? It might not be Cactus Annie's, but it's Velveeta. We know it's going to be good. I got my pickles. Of course, in the pen, they sell pickles in a pouch. And I got my jalapeno wheels. Same brand in the pen, except they come in a plastic jar. And you know I got that adobo seasoning. Now, let's get into it. Oh, and before I forget, for cutlery or utensils, you need a state-issued penitentiary ID. If you can't find yours, get your homeboys like I did. First, open up your cheese puffs. You're going to empty out half of the bag, depending on the size of the bag and how big you want your log to be. Next, you're going to add about this much saltine crackers or a little bit more depending upon how thick you want your brick to be to the already open bag of cheese puffs. Next, I'm going to bust up these ramen noodles on the floor. Do not use your hands. You must do it prison style to make it more authentic. Smash them as hard as you can against the floor until they break up into bitty pieces. Once your noodles are broke up, you're going to go ahead and add those to the Cheetos bag or the Cheeto Puffs bag as well with the crackers. Now add one seasoning pack to the Cheeto Puffs, noodles, and crackers that you're getting ready to crush up inside of that bag. Now you're going to want to crush up the contents of this bag inside of the bag as fine as you can get it. Once everything's broke down, it should resemble something like this, a nice even mix. You can also see the seasoning, which added a brown hue to it and a flavor as well. Next, you're going to go ahead and cut up your vegetables, aka your pickle and jalapeno wheels, with your state ID. If you don't have one, get your driver's license, get an ID, something. Once you got everything cut up, you're going to go ahead and add them to the Cheetos bag. You're almost there. Now it's time to add your proteins. I could have used a summer sausage, beef stick, a number of different things. Chicken pouch. Today I'm going with 2 tuna pouches. I just had a taste for that in my brick today. Now that all of the main ingredients are in the bag, we're going to add our adobo seasoning to taste, and then it's going to be hot water out of the microwave. There goes the seasoning. Now it's the hot water out the microwave. And you're going to heat that hot water to at least 2 minutes minimum. That should do the trick. Now it's time to add the hot water. We're not going to overdo it. We just really want to saturate it and feel it out as we start to mold it together. Go ahead and start to knead it together. Work your hot water down into the base of the bag. Add as needed and continue to work it, not to overdo it, but just to cover the noodles and the substance in the bag. You should start to feel all of it get moist, and it's at that time you just want to make sure that the very bottom, because it's going to feel a little dry, crunchy, etc. You want to work that into the middle of what's already moist. And you can even sit it down. As you guys can see, you're in here working it, you're working it. There you go. Once it's saturated to the point that it's almost like a piece of clay. Boop. You understand what I'm saying? Not anymore. You don't want it super moist or loose. You want it like a piece of clay. Mud hitting the ground. You're going to go ahead. You're going to fold it over now. You're sealing it up. Sealing it up. I'm going to go ahead and work this in one more time. Double check. Now we're folding it over. And I got it literally so it's going to keep all the heat in from the hot water. And keep in mind, this isn't going in the microwave. No, it's going right in one of the quote-unquote state-issued T-shirts. That's how we used to do it. And you're going to wrap it up nice and tight. Me and the wife just had a son November 3rd. They call it swaddling. You're going to swaddle. You understand me? And you're going to wrap it up. Now, if you was in the pen, you would put this probably underneath your mattress, or you would take it and put it inside your coat. But all in all, you're not putting it in the microwave. You're not cooking it any additional moments or ways or processes. No, you're going to let it sit the good old-fashioned way. About 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how hot the water was. While you're waiting, take some of those Cheetos you had left over, the puffs, put them in a soup bag, and crush them up. Trust me, you're going to want them for a couple minutes from now. Crush them up fine, at least until they look like a dust with only maybe a couple of chunks in it. Every now and then while you're waiting, come and pat the baby, aka check the brick and see how it's going. When you pat it, it should start firming up. That's how you know you're headed in the right direction. This one is doing pretty good. It's feeling like it's ready. Now I'm gonna go ahead and unwrap the present. Yeah, she's ready. Now I just gotta open up the bag. Don't use scissors, don't use a knife. Do like we do in the pen, bite. And split the bag on down. Boop. We got action. We got action. Don't worry, it's not done yet. This is what it's going to start to look like as it has solid or solidified into a brick with the vegetables, the tuna, all of the ingredients. Now it's time to dress it up. Now it's time to drizzle the squeezed cheese on to the brick. Once you've layered the cheese over the brick, you're going to sprinkle a little bit of this brown seasoning packet, the other one that you got left over, to add some color and a little bit more flavor to the outside. Once the seasoning has been added, you're going to add those crushed up Cheeto Puffs over the top for more texture and a little bit more cheesier flavor. Now, there's only one thing left to do. Go ahead and eat it. And boy, I ain't gonna lie, I have not fell off a bit. I'm about to tear this thing up. Yes, sir. That's what she should look like when you're done with it. Now, got to taste it. Listen, I promise you, I'm not institutionalized or nothing. If it tastes good, it tastes good, man. If you made this, put a picture of it in the chat or something. Tell me what happened. Tell me what y'all think, man. Oh, stay free. Peace.